Hey guys, it's Jiffy back with Jiffy's Gaming again. And we, as you can see here, are now level 13, progressing quickly through the ranks. This is the 5th episode of level 13. Maybe not as quick as we'd like, for sure. But we were back on Nimbus since the last time. We've just gotten done with Hassan. And, what's happening out here? Oh, anyway. Now, I believe I talked to Horace.
You want information? I've got it. Just don't let people know I gave it to you. When you first beamed down here, well, I wasn't so sure about you. But after what you did to Hassan, yeah, you have some skills. So, some really escaped with the triggers. Don't worry. I bet he's out of the sector by now. But if there's one man on this run who knows where to go next, it's Law. He can help you bring an end to all of this. Then we can all celebrate with some drinks at the bar. You want him?
Alright. I have got to turn down that music. Having it on is fine. It's just got to, gotta keep it as a background thing, not as a front line kind of deal where you hear nothing else. Can't even hear myself think, well, what Horace was saying about what we had to do. Well, Laws decided to go out and take the matters into his own hands.
Now, this is embarrassing. I leave a death note behind and you find me alive. Yes, the situation isn't as bleak as I thought it was. You've got that look about you, though. One that says you need information. If they're anywhere on Nimbus, they're probably using the satellite stations to the south. Hassan used them to stay in contact with the Orion Syndicate without the risk of anyone intercepting his transmissions. I think that's how he coordinated his last attack. The Tal Shiar could probably do the same thing. But that area is the territory of a pack of Gorn separatists. They don't like anyone who's not a lizard. That will make it harder, but not impossible. Your best bet is to go to the canyon, disable the exterior satellite cables, gather the satellite codes from the Gorn, and then hack the main satellite. That will cut the Tal Shiar on Nimbus off from their support. The canyon entrance has a giant rock arch over it. There are a couple of paths down from the upper rim to the bottom. In the meantime, I'm going to take stock of what I have here for some plans of my own.
Refining dilithium, of course, is a huge thing in this game, especially if you're going to be free to play. As because you're going to be using that on the exchange to get yourself your Zens. You can get C-store ships. I did notice there's something here in the skills.
Your active traits are listed on the left. Detailed information about each trait is available on the right. Traits are passive bonuses that make you more effective. New trait.
Rifle guy. That's fine for now. I spent 30 minutes in there. Off we go to the canyon. Okay, we'll respawn. I am trying this at a much lower level than probably usually most people try it at. I think I'm only level 13 or 14, yeah, 13 right now. And I think this is slated to go up when you're in like level 26 or something. They bump you even like your damage right now. I think that's 26. So, oh, that was great. I'll just stand around and look at me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to him. There. Kill them, please. For the love of Christ. Ooh, that's gonna get old. Funny, but old. Since they have the ability to basically one-shot any one of my people. Like that. Yeah, I can't even dodge it. Oh god. So painful. Yeah, that's what respawn does. Let's see. There has to be a way. Oh Lord, have mercy on me. Give me up, boys. The guys down below I can deal with, but those dudes up top messing my day up. Thank Jesus. Alright, here we go.
Can you hear me?
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Until next time.
The test subjects are reacting well to the indoctrination procedures. We had a few casualties, as we expected. But those that survived should be able to start Phase 3 by the end of the week. Proceed carefully. This patient hasn't responded well to the treatments. Watch those levels! It's going critical!
No, 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 no. Make it stop. Make it stop. Ah! They come in the night. I woke up and one of them was standing over my bed. How did it get in my room? What does it want? Oh, I just want to go home.
Who are you? Are you here to hurt me again? Please, please. I'll tell you anything. Just tell me what you want. There were lights and voices. Voices in my head. They were thoughts, but they weren't mine. That wasn't the worst of it. They hurt me. Cut me. One time, they amputated my hand, and 2 days later, they put it back. There were procedures, and I was awake. I could feel everything. I think they were doing some sort of test, but I don't know what they were for. I just want out of here.
You're not Tal Shar. Are you here to take me home? My name is Rena Kev. I was working on a freighter, the Usakan. We haul anything we can to make some latinum with. We had an offer to take a load of tekasite to Gasco Station. My captain didn't like it. We heard there was trouble in that area, but we needed the work, so... The Tal Shar were waiting for us. Captain Sarah let them board. Said they could inspect our cargo and manifest, but they killed him. And then they started shooting everyone else. I don't know why they kept me alive, but they kept asking me questions about terrorists and the Republic and my brother. They said he did such awful things, that he smuggled weapons and killed people. But I know him. I know none of it is true. They're the ones who are evil.
The light. It hurts my eyes. Can you turn it down, please? It's too bright in here. I was in a shuttle. There were Tal Shiar attacking my colony. There was a blinding light, and a noise that vibrated the cabin like it was coming apart. Then there was blackness. I woke up here. They keep asking me questions. Questions about things I don't know. Why didn't they just let me die?
Enemy target on sensor.
looks like with all this stuff here, I'm gonna have to actually start going through and weeding through it right now, I guess. Let's see what we got here. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Really want this mission played out because this is, I think, the one that gives you the Nimbus Pirates, which you can use all the way up till level 65 and beyond, whatever they decide to go beyond that. Ooh. Oh.
Who are you? Will you be missed by anyone after I remove you from this universe?
Good fight. I'm sure you're willing to turn a blind eye to a little salvage operation, aren't you?
This fight no longer interests me. Now that you've met my new allies, the Alachi, you understand just how precarious your position is. Run while you can.
That's about all I can tell you. If you have a different question, come back later. What's been going on around here? I've been hearing strange reports that something major went down at the satellite array in the desert. Did you have anything to do with that? I heard a Tal Shiar boss man showed up in response to your actions. That true? Well, you sure know how to get things done. People had their doubts about you, but you showed them. Hassan's gone, the Gord have been put in their place, and now the Tal Shiar too? This keeps up, and Nimbus will be a right nice place to live. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some latinum to collect from 2 of 8. I've been betting on you the entire time. You want information? I've got it. Just don't let people know I gave it to you.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
See right there is where you put the Nimbus. Pirate Distress. Boom. And then, oh, thank God, finally. Go a little bit faster. do from here is return to ship, because that's the end of the Nimbus missions. Plus we got to level 15, which is nice. The part system. And then we're going to start heading to the Sol system. Hey, not bad. So we're going to go and report now to the officer. I believe it's down in the... I think I actually have to go to the academy. We're going to go there and see about my first complement of people, along with what I just earned for hitting level 15. And that should show us what we can do with duty officers and research assignments. See, now we got our first compliment. That's pretty good. Apparently I've done that too recently to come back and do that. Something else kind of nice to pick up on is doing the personnel office right here. Picking up these early recruits. You just go into each one here and you go, okay, well, I want to submit a request for personnel. I've already done general and tactical. So I can do engineering. And you'll see where these open up here in just a second. I'll show you. In science, in jump, in civil, and request R&D. Alright, so now, well, if you're not facing a person, boom. You go to duty officers, duty officer missions, and right here underneath the featured, kind of nicely put here, is this now. So you can see there, the R&D assistance requires 1,000 dilithium. But one of the things that you will find later on is that you want to start these up early either way. So it's a general recruitment. So you basically going to spend about 2K in dilithium, but you're going to want to start these anyways because of the fact that the recruitment duty officer section is like the hardest to get. So you see here, you can go through the overview, and down here at the recruitment, that is always my last to unlock. So I'm going to try to see if I can progress that. Along with the others, alongside the others this time around, and see if it doesn't help a little bit. Now, of course, there's always the, what do they call these? These are basically a story chain, I guess. And so by completing one, it'll open up access to more. You can continue all the way through to the end. You do want to be careful. You can see here, this one here requires 1,000 on the EC, and this one here, these three here also say purchase, which is 50,000 a piece. So if you don't have a lot of EC, you don't want to spend a ton. And then from there, we'll go down each one, and we'll do what we can. You want to try to find the highest level ones, because what's right here, like this says 1.34K underneath the right hand side there. This is going to allow you to level up in the overview here. So you can see right there, diplomatic, it says on the right hand side, 0 of 2,500. Well, that 1.3 thousand in the assignment is what actually goes towards that. So when you finish that assignment, you'd actually get that. Now, granted, I don't have something I actually need for it: photonic studies, scientist, or the photonic. The other thing you want to do is you actually want to go here, and really, realistically, you want to start here at the research and development, because you can find yourself using up your research lab scientists on other missions. So if you go to duty officers to start off with, right here, you can actually use up all your research lab scientists, and then you won't be able to research. And what the research does is it allows you to do crafting and other stuff like that, and leveling up, and it really gives you a boost, a lot of boosts. Plus, I believe there's also little passive traits that you gain at the end of each final upgrade, which are very nice. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down through each one. I'm going to try to find the highest ones I can do, and I'm going to do each one of them. And now, as you can see here, I've hit the in progress 20 out of 20, which is a good sign. That means that basically now I have 20 missions running. So you can look at your in progress. You run through, and you can see here that I got a few of them here that are in 48 hours. Then one that's going to run about 20. This one's going to run 5. You can see how each one of them runs. They're separate timers. Like this one here will be my quickest one, 44 minutes. Hell, it might even be the only one that's done today, I believe. Another thing you will want to start working on is salvaging. Now, that may not be able to salvage. Okay, so these can salvage. So salvage is what you use later on to change a trait on something that you want, on an item that you really want. You find an item, hey, this is a great item. I really want this item. But what ends up happening is that you can't use the item because it's for phasers instead of for disruptors, or vice versa, or whatever it might be, right? Well, what you can do is you can go in and you can actually change that. Now, where that might be, I would have to look at it. Maybe let's see, like maybe it's upgrade, maybe. No, but it's in the research area. It's a researchable kind of idea. Anyways, I'll say it's a research style idea, in which you basically get a role and what do they call it? Random generated number, RNG, random number generator, and it puts a new trait on the item. But you want to have a bunch of salvage in order. You're going to have a bunch of salvage, I should say, to do that. So in this case here, like I'd salvage this item here, and I get 25 salvage for it. And we can use that later on to change traits on items that we want to keep. That'll be helpful to us. And see, now after I'm done here, you can see that you have cleaned up a bunch of your inventory, and then you can also go down to your assets here. And in the assets, you can see here at the bottom right, salvage 501. Like I said, this will be important much later on in the game, but it's good to start now, kind of rotating back and forth. Maybe for one time when you fill up your inventory, you sell whatever you don't need. The second time, you go ahead and you salvage, just to kind of build up a little bit of each, money and EC and salvage. I believe the higher the level, the item, the more that you actually get from the salvaging. Anyways, back to the missions at hand. We're going to go to the Dania system. We'll go to the beta quadrant. Well, that was kind of silly. I didn't realize that was the mission. Travel to the home.
We're in luck. We made it here before Jeula. Let's get to work. Starfleet is studying a spore colony on the planetoid ahead. It's a scientific research facility. No weapons, shields only. If Jeula or her lackeys come to visit, they'll be sitting ducks. Fortunately, we're here. We're carrying some defense satellites in the shuttle bay. Deploy them at key defense points, and Jeula will be in for a nasty surprise if she decides to raid this spore colony. Alachi fleet dropping out of warp. They're arming weapons. Okay, let's have a look. Sensors online, weapons active, shields at full. Good. Defense Satellite Alpha is open and ready for business. Heads up! An Alachi fleet just dropped out of warp. Satellite Gamma online while we can. I was afraid of this. More Alachi. All right, we have one satellite left to deploy. Let's get to work. They're hitting Satellite Alpha again. We're going after Satellite Delta. Looks like an Alachi flagship. Getting lots of good data coming in from the satellites. Looks like they're green across the board. Donatu Station sends their regards. There's a few dozen people down there who'll sleep a little easier tonight thanks to our efforts. The Alachi, the Ferengi, the Orions, and hey, let's not forget about Jaula. Anyone tries to make a play for the Spore Colony, they're gonna regret it. But I digress. As much as I'd like to stick around and see what the researchers are up to, there's more work to be done.
I think I'm gonna drop this and try to retake. I bet I get more than just the basic 3,000. No, it's 150 experience actually. I don't know. I don't know if it's based off when you pick it up or not. I'm gonna try anyways. Let's just see. And then pick it back up.
I have new mission because I have new.
We're of course gonna go and resubmit that. Mission journal. Active missions. Don't know. I guess it is just for 200D. Alright. Away we go.
It is a pleasure to be working with you. I heard about how you got your first command. Well done. Not every officer could have stood up to the Borg like you did. Agents working for the Romulan Republic have recovered definite proof that Taurus, or persons working for Taurus, were responsible for the Hobus supernova that destroyed the homeworld. Our agent spoke to Taurus. She claimed that she was deceived by Hakiv. But that does not excuse her culpability in the destruction of 2 inhabited worlds and the deaths of millions. Our agent tells us that Taurus believes her Iconian masters can change the past and restore Romulus. So not only is she a killer, she's insane. Taurus cannot be allowed to commit even greater crimes in an attempt to fix her mistake. My intelligence officer, Lieutenant Gaius Salon, has intercepted communications that may allow us to locate Taurus and finally bring her to justice. I'll let him explain in greater detail.
Greetings. I am Lieutenant Gaius Salon of the Romulan Republic. There are certain pleasantries that are customary in these circumstances. However, I'm choosing to skip those. We have much to do. Recently, the Republic intercepted a transmission from a group of Remans in the Hobus system. These Remans have remained loyal to Taurus, the former praetor of the Romulan Star Empire, who was deposed by Sela. While the transmission was not unusual, its origin point was. The Hobus system is under strict quarantine. However, a previous team uncovered a mining facility at one of the planetary fragments. We believe that the
Not much. How about yourself
may have
today?
returned to this facility to continue their efforts.
Yeah, it's just this guy here.
The Hobus system is the origin point of the supernova and subsequent subspace explosion, which destroyed Romulus and Remus. It is still, as you say, a hot zone.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate my work days too. But yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow myself, so I know the feeling.
Reman was the captain of Taurus's personal guard. He must be the liaison to the forces in the Hobus system. The direct approach. If we
Yeah, I
confront the
know.
forces in the Hobus system, who
Yeah,
are in
always gotta
violation
make
of
the
both
money.
Federation and Romulan Republic mandates by their very presence there,
Unfortunately, the world runs on it,
send
right?
a call for assistance to Commander Aranhu. Once he arrives, we simply follow him. It is likely that he will lead us back to Taurus.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I've just received emergency orders from Republic Command and must respond. Gaius can transport to your ship and help you complete the mission. We'll return as soon as we can.
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. How about yourself? Can't complain myself, I'll tell
I
you
am
that much.
detecting some very rare minerals
Playing
in
video
the
games,
system,
you know?
as well as the presence of protomatter. It is possible that Taurus used the materials here to construct her weapon.
That doesn't sound fun at all. Hopefully you have some kind of medicine or something that you can take for it. Or do you, maybe see a chiropractor for it? Is my back pain the only enemy? Yeah. Yeah, pain can blot out all other enemies. Really? So nothing's worked for you? I wouldn't say to be scared of them. I know they make, sometimes they make a lot of noise. If you watch the videos, they're like cracking people's backs and stuff. You're like, ooh. But there is some short-term relief at least for it, so if you're in a lot of pain. He's gonna cook me. I don't think it would be that bad. But I do understand having trepidations about stuff like that. hopefully you're not doing a lot of lifting. If you're having back issues at your job, I hope your job doesn't require a lot of that, at least. Coder. Oh, okay. No, unfortunately, I don't yet. No, I haven't gotten too serious into this. Just kind of trying to have a little bit of fun, and that's why I have back pain. From the coding? From sitting too long in like a chair or something like that?
As I suspected, the materials are all here. Our agent located Taurus on planetary fragment Gamma. We should continue our search there.
Well, that's good. That's excellent. Yeah, I would look into maybe the chiropractor thing. He might just be able to give you an adjustment that might. I mean, I don't know if it would be a long-term fix, short-term fix, or no fix at all. But I mean, are they saying it's something that would require surgery, or all day on a chair hurts your back so bad?
Established by at least 3 sovereign governments. Explain your purpose. I serve the Romulan Star Empire and its true leader, Taurus. That is the only authorization I require.
Do you enjoy coding, Eddie?
The minerals in the planetary fragment conceal the ship's energy signature. If we hide in the asteroids near it and mask our energy signature, I predict that Aranhu will approach to investigate further and be unable to detect us.
I'm just kind of goofing around right now. Just trying to have fun. Just kind of keeping it light, keeping it easy, you know what I mean, for the moment.
What happened here?
I play a lot of older games that wouldn't draw a major crowd probably anyways. I enjoy them, but the amount of people who otherwise would be limited.
Interesting. This is exactly like scenario 2247. I thought scenario 1849K would be a more likely option. I shall incorporate this data into my modeling projections. Nevertheless, we should now be able to follow Aranhu's trail. He should lead us right to Taurus.
Sure, I get that, but like I said, I'm not. I don't think. I thought at one point maybe I might want to go serious, but I don't know. I'm not. I'm not as good of a planner as I'd like to be. Let's say.
I am
And
Commander
I don't really have a lot of the
the
time
Riemann starship Intracoup.
necessary to put into it.
Your presence here
That
could
is
be
very
considered
necessary to
an
put
act
into
of
it.
war. Leave immediately, or we will open fire. That is unfortunate, Starfleet. Our conflict is not with you. Commander Arahu has charged me with securing this installation at all costs. Praetor Taris must be allowed to complete her work. And you have already seen too much.
Well, this is too true. Oh, nice. Like I said, there was a time when I thought about it, but I don't know. I enjoy playing this and just kind of enjoy playing it. I shouldn't just say this, but I enjoy playing the games I play, and you know, it's fun for me, and I put a little bit of stuff out there, and if someone wants to watch it, you know, like I know I have a couple of friends of mine, basically, from other stuff. Oh, I don't know that I'm that marketable. And like I said, I'm okay. I mean, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy just chilling.
These are the coordinates for the underground structure we detected. Reading life signs, sir. Multiple Riemans and one Romulan. Our quarry could be just ahead.
Starfleet! How did they find us? They must have followed me, Praetor. I will deal with them.
No, I need your help with the gateway. Send your guards.
They appear to have been attempting to merge Iconian and Romulan technology. Perhaps in an attempt to reactivate the gateway network. We should access that console and attempt to open the door.
It has been decades, and I still find Hakeem's betrayal difficult to accept. He is Romulan. Treachery is his heritage, as it is mine. But to go to such lengths, to destroy our world, it is too much to bear, even now. He told me the device would destroy Denatra, and I, like a fool, believed him. And now those pathetic refugees from the Republic have told the entire quadrant that I am responsible for the destruction of Romulus. They don't understand. We should be allies. We want the same thing. At least my people know the truth. Arahu is a rock. I find it strange that Riemans are now my only companions. But perhaps they understand loyalty more than any of us. I rely on him to help me continue my work. The Iconians can restore all that is lost. I know it. I just need to make them see that I am worthy. The Dark Masters have responded to my pleas for assistance with dread silence. My only recourse is to harness their technology for myself.
Are you sure, Eddie? You know, suggestions are always free, right?
I am confident that they will turn back time and make everything as it was before. The base in the Hobus system is lost to me, but the quarantine holds. Arahu can use it as cover to collect the protomatter and bring it back to me. Sela is looking for me. So is the Republic. If only I could make them see. I am our people's last hope.
I don't know. I mean, at this point here right now, I'm not, I'm not worried about too terribly much. I'm just trying to have fun and just enjoy it. And, if I get a following or if I get serious about it at some point, I'm sure that, I'll modify the page to make it look nicer, so, what I'm saying, and kind of try to draw people in more. But right now, I'm just trying to do it to have fun.
Enough. You have won. And in winning, you have doomed the Romulan people. They were not my crimes. I was betrayed by Hakim. And now those crimes will never be undone. I hope you realize that in stopping me, you have doomed billions of Romulans to remain dead. Now you shall live with that guilt, as I have.
Before we leave, may I suggest we look for evidence of the materials we discovered at Hobus? They will undoubtedly prove vital in Taurus's trial. We should also overload the gateway and make certain it can never be used again.
That is fair. Like I said, my goal isn't to really get big. It's just to kind of have fun and just kind of chill. And then if people find me and they like it, cool. If they don't, it's whatever. It's more I'm just kind of putting stuff out just to have out, just for fun. That's all.
How nice to see you again. I feel like we are becoming old friends. I will admit that your previous attempts to thwart my plans have been irritating. But your actions today have more than made up for those petty annoyances. Taurus still has her loyalists among my people. An open move against her would have been a distraction from my greater plans. But you played the pawn perfectly. I could not have asked for a more tool.
I just kind of played it by ear.
Now, if you will transport
it
Taurus
is
to
what
my
it
ship,
is.
we can avoid any
You know,
unpleasantness.
if I get affiliated, I'll get affiliated. If I don't, I don't. It's all right. You know, like I said, I play kind of some backwater games, so it would make it much more difficult. If I played like a lot of brand new games that were straight out of the box, you know what I'm saying, today, tomorrow, last week, whatever, in the previous few months, you know, then I could say, well, yeah, I'm trying to build it up. But I mean, I'm just kind of just trying to have fun. That's all. Just trying to chill and have fun. And in this case here, like right now, I'm just trying to show that you can play free to play on this game here specifically, and actually make it to the final, you know, layers of Elite without having to spend money. And so I'm trying to show people that that's a possibility. It will take time and it will take patience, but you know, that it is still possible. Yeah, and then I understand that. That's one of those things right there where you could kind of almost start off brand new, jump into one of the brand new games, you know what I'm saying, and pick up a ton of followers. But I'm just here to have a good time and just chill, you know. And if it comes along, it comes along. If it doesn't, you know, I'm not too terribly worried about it one way or the other. I'm more to have
The
fun.
Lisette informed us that you might need some assistance with the prisoner transport. Good thing we brought some backup.
People always like the shiny new thing.
Taurus is wanted by the
Any new
Romulan
game
Star
comes out,
Empire for high
it's
treason
that
and
shiny
war
new
crimes
thing.
against the Romulan people. The Empire is the legitimate government of the Romulan people, and I demand you turn this terrorist over for trial and punishment.
Hey, have a great day, Eddie. I hope your coding goes well, and man, do something to kind of, you know, try to, you know, help your back, man. See a doctor or something, man, because you don't want to live with back pain for the rest of your life. There's got to be something that they can do for you.
You are a disappointment. Nevertheless, you did remove Taurus from the game, and for that I am grateful. Consider your decisions
No problem.
more
Thank you,
carefully
man.
the next time we meet. I can be a powerful ally, or I can be your worst enemy.
Prisoner transfer successful. Taurus is safely secured in the brig. We can take it from here. One more thing. We're detecting some unusual energy residue from the surface. Our databases identify it as Iconian. Do you have any idea where they went?
Looks like we missed all the excitement, but I have been monitoring your progress. On behalf of the Romulan Republic, I would like to thank you and your crew for your assistance. I am confident that the Federation will provide more than adequate security for Taurus until her trial can be arranged. You can transport Gaius back to the Lisette as soon as you are ready.
We have much to consider. If the destruction of the Romulan homeworld was a deliberate act, not only was it mass murder, but that one event has been a major cause of the destabilization of the Quadrant over the past 40 years, not to mention the light that it casts on the internal struggles of the Romulan people. This one horrible act set off a chain of reactions that could change the galaxy forever. We must know who did this and why. The interrogation of Taurus will no doubt lead to many truths. But I am troubled by these Remans. Why did they turn on Taurus? And where did they go? I have new missions for you.
The Romulans had a base known as the Vault that they used for research into Borg technology. This facility was abandoned in the chaos after the destruction of the Romulan homeworld, but intelligence suggests that the work there was far enough along that it was used to retrofit Nero's ship before it disappeared along with Ambassador Spock's vessel in the Hobus system. Long-range sensors have detected energy spikes in the Halcona system, and Starfleet intelligence believes that someone is bringing the Vault back online. We need to know who, and more importantly, we need to know if there is still Borg technology or restricted weaponry on that base. I need you to proceed immediately to the Halcona system and investigate the Vault. Engage if you must, but I would prefer if you could gather the information we need without conflict.
I have new missions for... Greetings. I'm very busy right now. Greetings.
In order to avoid drawing too much attention, you need to fly under the radar, so to speak. Admiral Tanay has authorized the requisition of a shuttlecraft for you. You can fulfill the requisition in the shipyard. Once you're ready, take the shuttlecraft out to the Halcona system. If
If you have a runabout, fighter, or other such craft available, feel free to use it, but do not approach the system in a starship. We want to avoid the notice of whoever's in the vault. Any questions? Very well. Remember, you must use a shuttlecraft, runabout, fighter, or similar small operations craft to undertake this mission.
Obviously, this station isn't as abandoned as Intel suspected. Sensors are reading several Riemann ships in the area, and that's just the ones that we can spot. That station is immense. It must have taken an incredible amount of manpower and technology to build it. It's almost the size of a small moon. Sensors are reading a sophisticated tachyon detection network, as well as several patrolling vessels. For an abandoned station, this facility certainly has a lot of activity. My people are experts at stealth technology. If we want to approach unseen, we must avoid confrontation and find a way to evade or jam their sensor grid. We must assume that if we engage the ships here, they'll notify whoever is left on the station, and it may become difficult to find an entry point. This asteroid is unusually large, and it's clearly been mined. It was probably used for raw construction materials, like most of the debris here. This particular asteroid contains pervium, titanium, and uranium. It was probably tractored from a nearby system and brought here to construct hull components and power systems. We could probably cut a piece from the asteroid with our weapons for further analysis. Looks like the fragment has picked up a bit of residual energy from our weapon. Looks like they left this satellite as a communications booster for their short-range worker shuttles. Fortunately for us, it's still active. Unfortunately, it's heavily encrypted. Traffic analysis shows that the network routes its communications through a series of nodes at the station's dorsal peaks. If we flood them with excessive signal, it could cause the network to be unable to handle any signal traffic, which would give us a brief window to slip in. The alerts wouldn't go off because the station would never get the signal. We'll still have to avoid the patrols and make sure we don't get too close to the station until we make the broadcast. Approaching the tachyon grid perimeter. If we're detected by it, that will definitely alert the Remans. Station sensor hub jammed. Picking up some unusual energy readings. We'll need to explore the accessible interior areas and see what we can find. Looks like there's another access conduit across from us. We'll have to think three-dimensionally in here. Sensor readings are also picking up a few scattered life signs. We've tripped some security systems. The doors are a massive set of interior bulkhead doors. They're segmenting the different parts of the base. Possibly a safety measure in case something went wrong in one of the central areas. This defense turret was hooked into part of the security network. There's a security code in its subsystem. Each code block matches a 6750. Key in the appropriate code when the rotation matches to it. Trying a code on the wrong rotation will probably invalidate that code, so be careful with the timing. That's it. That was a little rough. This would be easier if we had a runabout or a Delta Flyer. Microgravity storage crates, mostly construction supplies. No weapons or unusual energy signatures. Above us, that's a Borg sphere. The Tal Shiar must have used this base as a storage facility and research area for Borg technology. Electrical discharges, probably from ionization leaking from the sphere and research nodes. We should be cautious about flying too close to them. The Borg sphere is dormant, like it's been put to sleep. It's not the source of the strange readings that long-range scans detected. Looks like the sphere's hooked into part of the local systems network. We should be able to exit through the other doors now. Probably a safety precaution to keep them locked. Quiet in this area. Too quiet. This is disturbing. We're looking at a facility used to build Thalaron weapons. If the Remans have infiltrated this base, they may be trying to secure those weapons.
Ah, so our intruder finally arrives at the heart of the matter. Have you seen all that you came to see, little spy? Does it really matter? Call me Obasek, if a name is that important to you. That should be obvious. I intend to make use of this station to further my agenda. Your presence, however, is a bit more curious.
Did you know Seela's mother was a human? And a Starfleet officer, no less. Given Starfleet's many attempts at interference with the Romulan Star Empire over the years, it is quite obvious that at least some elements of both organizations are cooperating.
Your protest will do you no good in any case. I expected interference, and I have taken steps to ensure that you will not disrupt my plans.
I'm not especially interested in what you will or will not permit. My only interest is proving a point to the Romulans. My people have been hounded across the stars. We have been separated from our loved ones, and had our homes destroyed. Our ships have been attacked, and our warriors slain by treachery. No more. We will take the fight to them, and we will be free.
I am afraid our time is at an end. My associates have already finished loading the Thalaron weapons that we need, and I have other operations to manage. I think we both know what happens now. May your death be quick and valorous.
Blast the door locks.
Ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack.
We must stop Obisek's ship. They cannot be allowed. Reinforcements have arrived and are... We are now in the micronebula. USS Laza is signaling us. They're going to engage the Riemann ship, but they want us to take care of the fighters and plasma torpedoes.
Ship is under attack.
That was quite an explosion. Probably from the Thalaron weapons carried aboard the ship. We're going to leave the system under high warp to draw off any reinforcements that might come looking. Suggest...
exercise caution, and greetings. I'm...
I've taken a preliminary look at your logs, and it seems that things went a bit unexpectedly. I have a feeling this isn't the last time we'll be seeing the Vault. The Riemann commander you encountered is definitely a major player in the disintegration of the Romulan Star Empire. I'm going to send the information you gathered about him over to an old colleague of mine, Dr. Maximilian Peters, for analysis. If this Riemann is a leader in their separatist movement, we'll have to deal with him again. And hopefully Dr. Peters can work up a psychological profile for him, and a sociological analysis of the separatists. Our next step will be to decode the signal intelligence and go through any remnants left from the ship that was destroyed near the Vault. Now that we know that the Riemanns were hoping to use Thaleron weapons, we need to figure out their target location. Right now, Starfleet knows far too little about a civil war in the making, but it'll take time to sift through all of the data. Keep in touch. Starfleet will notify you when we have a lead. Oh, and thanks for the good work.
Excellent work. We need to learn more about the conflict between Obasek and the Romulans. Sila's forces may indeed be hounding the Riemanns, but the use of Thaleron weapons is unacceptable. Not even the Klingons or the Breen will stoop to such barbarism. Starfleet intelligence will be working to decode the list of possible targets you acquired from the base's databanks. The next step may be to investigate these sites and find out why the Riemanns want to destroy them.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Starfleet intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann targets that you recovered from the Vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obasek and his forces planned an attack there. The Vahar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with Latinum. You will go to the Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a possible trade agreement with the Federation. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obasek and the Riemanns are targeting these mines, then we will be able to decide how to proceed. I have new missions for you.
Alright, guys, well, that wraps it up for this episode. As always, if you like what I do, feel free to leave a like or a comment. And I'll see you all in the next time.